keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 12. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Jackson, a big play that time through the air. 39 yards. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to Mooney. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On play action, here's Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Guyton, 29 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now it's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side with Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Running left, Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this 1st half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. and now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. To the air again, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On play action, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, and now some space to operate. The 40. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go play action with Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. 3rd and 20, and no surprise the defense in the dime. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Fields. Dancing to his left. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the 50, here's Fields. Flushed out right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Raekwon McMillan. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. To try again after the sack. Fields. And he completes it to Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 45 yards. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And a give this time to the tailback. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Off play action, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Three's the mic.
Here's Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that.
There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Steps away to his left. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here comes Cohen. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Let him know, let him know.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Fields. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things.